LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you be in 3 places at once. And while we can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Ace Johnson was once a great detective with the Allen Police Department. His retirement ended his time on the force. Now he uses his skills to help the powerless. Tune in to each episode as Ace finds love, makes new friends, and brings criminals to justice. Ace Johnson, Episode 13, Stakeout. Developed from the book Ace of Hearts by Gary W. Bryant. Executive Producer Editor, Studio K. Director, Gary W. Bryant. Music Producer, Jordan Roush. Clarinet Solos, Olivia Uten. Sound Effects, Blake Kraft. In this episode, you will hear the voices of Gary W. Bryant as the narrator and Ace Johnson. Christina Bentley as Kathy Williams, Chris Campbell as Lieutenant Hal Spears, Kristen Duff as Lily Ricotta, Susan Campbell as Alice.
I called Kathy after finishing breakfast. I was anxious to start the stakeout.
Hello, Ace.
Hello, are you ready?
Yes, I'm excited about it.
Don't get too excited. It's very boring. We'll mostly be sitting and watching. Did you say you have a camera with a long lens?
Yes, I have it ready.
I found Kathy ready indeed. She had a thermos of coffee, a basket of sandwiches, a small cooler filled with bottled water, and a box of snack cakes. Do you have a porter to carry everything to the car?
I like to be prepared.
Prepared for what? I think it would be good if we were somehow stranded on a desert island. By the way, do you have the camera?
I knew I forgot something. I'll get it.
We loaded everything into my charger, then looked over the potential stakeout locations. We decided on one of the locations just to the north of town. The satellite image Lily had captured showed that the property was completely enclosed by a chain-link fence. A large 2-story house sat at the end of the quarter-mile driveway that could only be accessed through a gate off the main road. The house was completely surrounded by a cluster of trees so thick that it was nearly hidden to the satellite image. An abandoned convenience store sat at the opposite side of the road from the house. The store was up the road a couple of hundred feet from the house's driveway entrance. It provided an excellent view of the driveway, especially through binoculars and Kathy's long camera lens. I pulled into the convenience store's parking lot behind the old gas pumps. From our position, we could see traffic on the road from both directions. I pushed back my seat and settled into a comfortable position. We might as well get comfortable.
I'm going to get something to drink out of the cooler.
I'd go easy on that if I were you. The store closed a long time ago. There aren't any restrooms.
Good point. Ace, what do you think you'd be doing now if you hadn't met Lily in the park that day?
I guess right about now, I would be eating breakfast, drinking coffee, and killing time until The Price is Right comes on.
I mean, a little more general than that. What would you be doing with your days?
I guess I just described what I'd be doing in my days. I had a pretty set routine. Get up, eat breakfast, read the Bible, watch TV, eat lunch, kill some time, go to the park and feed ducks, then go to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. Outside of the gym, every day was pretty much the same, except on Wednesday and Sunday when I went to church. It wasn't very exciting, but it passed the time. It's funny how much things have changed since I met Lily. I couldn't get motivated for myself, but I could for her. Then there's this whole thing of trying to help these poor girls. It started with me trying to help her. Most importantly, meeting her led to a change of heart about life in general. That led me to you.
I'm glad of that. I remember the day I met you. I could tell you needed my help. Maybe you thought Lily needed you. You looked lost among the flowers. I was drawn to you. Despite being flower challenged, I just had a feeling you were someone who could change my life. I guess you could say it was a gut feeling. My routine may be slightly different than yours, but it was just as mundane. I likely would be doing the same thing I had been doing if I hadn't met you and doing it alone. I'm also certainly glad I met Lily and happy you've made me part of what you're doing.
Our conversation was interrupted when a car pulled off the road and headed through the gate leading to the house in the woods. I watched it with my binoculars. I observed the license plate and identified the state and county. It was local. Inside were 2 adults, a man and a woman. This may not be the place. That looks like a couple. We'll watch for a while longer just to make sure. I learned that things aren't always what they appear to be. We waited for a couple more hours. The car with what appeared to be the same couple returned. I used Kathy's camera to photograph the license plate to verify the owner.
What now?
Well, I guess we'll go home, refresh, then try a second place. I thought this place had to be the best chance.
Sometimes you find things in the least likely places.
We had eaten a couple of Kathy's sandwiches and drunk a couple bottles of water, so the trip back to Kathy's house gave us a much-needed bathroom break, as well as an opportunity to stretch our legs after being cramped up in the car all morning. It also gave us a chance to enjoy some air conditioning as the morning coolness had given way to afternoon heat. Hey, today's Lily's birthday. Do you want to call her?
Absolutely. I'll put it on speaker.
Hi, Kathy. How's the stakeout?
Hi, Lily. It was just as boring as Ace said it would be. We're taking a break. He's here. We have you on speaker.
Kathy held up 3 fingers to indicate a countdown, then counted down to 0.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Are you doing anything fun for your birthday?
Not really. Mom got me a cake, and we had cake and ice cream, but then she had to work. I wish I could do something. I'd even settle for your boring stakeout.
Wait, you're sweet 16. You shouldn't be doing something with us old people. You should be doing something with your friends.
My friends are busy, to be honest. I'm not sure I'm a big priority for them. Besides, I like being with both of you.
Maybe we could take you to dinner this evening. Would you like that?
Yes. I'll ask Mom, but I'm sure she won't mind. Would it be too much trouble to go back to Adele's?
I think that'd be fine. I could use some more pecan pie. Would 6 o'clock be okay?
It should be. I'll text Mom and let you know. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Bye, Lily. I remembered the car from the stakeout and decided to follow through, despite the fact that I didn't believe it would produce anything worthwhile. I need Hal to check the license plate. I don't think it'll amount to much, but I might as well be thorough. Hi, Hal.
Do you have something, Ace?
Honestly, probably nothing. But I learned a long time ago that it pays to cover the bases. I have a plate I'd like you to run. I texted Hal the plate number from the photo I'd captured and waited for him to locate its owner.
The plate belongs to Ken Stein from here in Allen. Do you recognize the name?
Maybe. It sounds familiar. Who is he?
Well, you might find this interesting. Stein was a previous owner of Charlie's.
That's right. I remember now.
He sold it to Reynolds. I don't know if the FBI facilitated it or if Reynolds bought it on his own after he settled in Allen. How'd you come in contact with Stein?
A good old-fashioned stakeout. I think I'll be back there again this afternoon.
I'm not sure you're barking up the right tree. But as long as it doesn't cost me any man-hours, I guess just do what you're doing. Let me know if you uncover anything more concrete.
I will do, Hal. I feel I may finally find the connection to Reynolds I've been looking for. I'll talk to you later. See you, Hal.
See you, Ace.
Guess what we're doing this afternoon?
I'm thinking we're going to be stuck sitting in a car.
Yep. I think I may finally get to confirm my gut. It never lies. We drove back to the closed convenience store and settled into our previous spot. I was more alert now and more hopeful that there might be something for us to see. I just wasn't sure what that something might be. I believed the connection between Stein and Reynolds was more than just the exchange of the restaurant. I was determined to make the next connection to the missing girls. However, we waited until after 4 o'clock and saw nothing. Unfortunately, I think we'll have to call it a day so we can go home and get ready for our dinner with Lily.
You're right. After sitting here all day in this heat, I'll need a shower, and no offense, but so do you.
No offense taken. I resemble that remark. I dropped Kathy off at her house and quickly drove home to take a shower before returning. We hurried to get Lily.
I think we'll just make it.
Lily was impatiently waiting when we arrived. She didn't even give me a chance to get out of the car before she came running out of her house and climbed into my back seat.
I was beginning to think you were going to be late. I'm looking forward to dinner. I have to admit, it's been a pretty boring birthday so far. Mom did the best she could, but she had to work. She took me shopping on Saturday, and she did give me a nice card.
I'm sorry, Lily. I still forgot to get you a card. The disappointment showed on her face briefly, but her expression quickly turned into a smile.
It's okay. Maybe you can get me a pie instead. I'm looking forward to seeing Shirley. I hope we find her daughter soon.
Me too. I feel sorry for that poor woman. We're trying. Maybe we'll have a breakthrough soon.
Thank you so much for dinner tonight.
You're very welcome. It's our pleasure, believe me. I noticed Lily's head drooping again in my rearview mirror.
You know, I always thought my 16th birthday would be special. I imagined having a party with friends, maybe a boyfriend even. I'm sorry. Both of you know I love spending time with you, but
Honey, you're a very beautiful and special young lady. I sincerely believe things are going to change for you. The time will come when you blossom, and the boys certainly will notice you.
I made eye contact with her in the mirror. I smiled, and she managed to smile back at me, despite her obvious sadness.
I'm hungry.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Once inside the diner, we looked for Shirley but didn't see her anywhere among the crowd. Finally, another waitress came to us.
Hello, I'm Alice. Follow me. I'll be your waitress. What can I get you to drink?
I'd like a Pepsi, the lady across the table from me a sweet tea, and the young lady another Pepsi. Is Shirley here?
No. Are you all friends of hers?
I'd like to think we are.
Then I suppose you know. Her daughter's missing.
Yes, we do. That's how we met Shirley, actually.
Bless her heart. She tried to be strong, but it finally got to be too much for her. A girl here a couple of days ago looked so much like Christy. So finally, she broke down and had to go home. She's been home ever since.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's awful. I'll get your drinks.
I feel so sorry for Shirley. The poor thing. I'd be a wreck if one of my children were missing.
We'll find Christy. I won't give up. I feel we're so close to getting some real answers.
I feel so bad for Shirley. My mom could have been in the same situation. I could have been one of those missing girls.
I looked at Lily and thought how right she was. If Reynolds was behind the disappearances, as I suspected, Lily could actually have been a target. Maybe Reynolds dated Rose just to get to Lily. Alice brought our drinks and took our food orders, a cheeseburger and fries for me, a grilled chicken sandwich and a salad for Kathy, and a double cheeseburger and fries for Lily. You know, Lily, I first became involved in this because I was trying to protect you. I had no idea what I was stumbling into. I just thought you were in danger from Johnny. I think you're safe now. I'm so glad. Tell me, has Ted been around lately?
No, he hasn't. I'm so glad. That man gives me the creeps.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be back around in a little while with refills. Flag me down if you need anything.
I didn't realize how hungry a stakeout makes you.
Kathy and I told stories about our youth, and Lily, of course, made fun of them. I watched Lily. Her sadness from earlier had disappeared. She seemed very happy, smiling between bites for a double cheeseburger. She had the rare look of a contented teenager. How's the cheeseburger?
It's great. But don't think I'll let you off the hook on that pie.
I thought about telling Alice that it was Lily's birthday to see if they would sing for her. I didn't think that was something they did at Adele's, but I thought that they might if I asked convincingly enough. However, I also considered how Lily might react. She had made much progress since I first met her. Now she seemed so much more comfortable in her skin. I decided to ask. I excused myself and tracked down Alice. Hey, I know you probably don't typically do this, but the young lady with us is turning 16 today. It hasn't been the best of days for her, obviously. She's spending it with a couple of old people. Would you consider organizing a few waitresses to sing happy birthday to her?
You know, we don't usually do it, but I'll see what I can do. She seems like a sweet young girl. We might even be able to rustle up a candle. We could stick it in a piece of cake.
How about a piece of pie? I know she wants apple pie. That would be perfect. You could bring me a piece of pecan with vanilla ice cream on the side of both. I don't imagine the lady will have any.
We can do that.
Thank you. I went to the restroom to complete the ruse, then returned to the table. Kathy had pushed back the last of her salad, and Lily's finished her last fry. Now, time for pie.
Yes, pie. I want apple with vanilla ice cream.
None for me.
In perfect timing, Alice approached the table, accompanied by a group of waitresses and a couple of busboys. In each hand, she held a piece of pie and a scoop of ice cream. On the top of the apple pie, a single candle burned. As Alice placed the pie on the table, they broke into a fairly competent version of Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I watched nervously for Lily's reaction. I was relieved to see her beam with a huge smile. Even though she blushed a bit, I could tell she was pleased.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
As the impromptu choir finished singing, she blew out her candle.
Did you do that, Ace?
Maybe.
What did you wish for?
I can't tell. It won't come true.
The feeling in my Charger was different on the return to Allen than it was on the way to Simpsonville, because Lily was different.
I texted Mom to let her know we're on our way home. I told her it was a beautiful night. I told her about them singing happy birthday to me. That used to terrify me, but not anymore. It's because of you two. Thank you so much.
Young lady, you have done so much for us too. You gave my life purpose. You gave me courage too. I never would have met Kathy without you.
Lily, it's been wonderful watching how much you've grown in such a short time. I'm thankful to have you in my life, sweet girl. I'm also thankful for your part in bringing Ace to me.
The rest of the trip was relatively quiet. When we arrived at Lily's house, Kathy and I got out of the car with Lily and hugged her. We waited for the light to come on inside her house before we pulled away.
This has been a wonderful evening. I love that child.
We didn't have a lot to say on the way to Kathy's house, but her left hand found my right hand on the armrest. Our hands remained locked until we reached her house. I walked Kathy to her door and kissed her. Are you sure you're up for another stakeout tomorrow?
Sure. What time?
How about I pick you up at 10 o'clock?
I'll be ready.
The next day, I picked up Kathy, and we settled into our spot from the day before at the abandoned convenience store at around 10:30. We watched traffic pass by for more than 2 hours. Then, just as we decided to take a break, a black Cadillac turned into the driveway and headed toward the gate. I grabbed Kathy's camera, zoomed in on the car, and took several pictures before it drove out of sight into the woods surrounding the house. I blew up the photos on the camera's digital screen. I could see there were 4 men in the car, and that it had Illinois plates. We waited for an hour, but the car never returned. Let's head home. I'm going to see if Hal can run the plate.
Okay by me. I could use something to eat and a bathroom break.
While Kathy made us lunch in the kitchen, I called Hal. Hi, Hal. I have another plate I want you to check. This one's from Illinois. I'll text it to you.
From Illinois? That's interesting. That probably makes your gut feel better. I'll check the plate and get back to you.
Hal called back a few minutes later.
Ace, the car is registered to Ron Colombo. I dug into him a bit. He's the owner of Osteria Francescana, an upscale restaurant in Chicago. Even more interesting, he was charged with racketeering a few years ago. But the district attorney dismissed the charges. I'll dig deeper and see what I can find. You may have found the right rock to turn over.
Thanks, Hal.
Ace, it'd be helpful to know who's in the car. Could you send me the pictures you took? Maybe we could identify them with facial recognition.
I'll send them over. I can't wait to see what you find. I'll probably have someone on my team work on it too.
Your team? Although I shouldn't laugh. Your team, as you call them, has found out more than any other police department in this area. Did you get this picture staking out Stein's house?
I guess so. Anyway, it is the house where we spotted Stein leaving and returning. The house is on Highway 46, across from the old Dairyland convenience store, 316 Whitaker Road. My team member, who may or may not be a 16-year-old girl, located places for us that could potentially be housing the girls, their caretakers, and maybe any visitors. This one seemed to be the most likely of them all.
Oh, is that based on the theory I dismissed?
That would be the one.
Unfortunately, 4 guys visiting from Chicago are hardly enough for me to get a search warrant. I do think you're potentially onto something, though.
Hal, can you confirm the address I gave you of Stein's house?
Sure. Can you keep doing what you're doing?
Yes. I think my partner has a few more stakeouts in her. I looked at Kathy, who frowned.
Great, Ace. Thanks. I'll let you know if I find anything else on this end.
I hung up with Hal and looked at Kathy, who was still frowning. Hal says he still doesn't have enough to get a search warrant. I agree with him. He needs us to watch the driveway a little more, or should I say me. You don't have to go if you don't want to. I know it isn't very comfortable. I don't blame you if you want to sit it out.
I can think of places I would rather spend time with you, but I'm happy to spend time with you no matter where. I know we're doing a good thing.
I was hoping you would say that. I'll try to make it up to you sometime soon. I think I can also get Lily involved.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to have her on the stakeout. I know it seems more boring than anything, but I'd think there could be an element of danger in it.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about having her at stakeout. Hal gave me the name of the person who owns the Cadillac. I'm hoping Lily may be able to use her computer magic to see if there's any connection between him and Reynolds.
Okay, I'm sure she'd like to help. I'd still love to know the story behind why he changed his name from Reynolds to Reyes.
I really can't tell you. Not right now, anyway. Not until it's over. Until then, I guess it'll have to be a mystery.
I don't like secrets, at least not when I'm the one on the outside of them.
I'll tell you as soon as I can. I'm going to call Lily.
Hi, Ace.
Hi, Lily. Would you like to do something to help us? We may have a lead.
Sure. How can I help?
I'm going to text you the names of 2 men, one from Chicago and one from here in Allen. I'm hoping you can find a connection between them.
I can do that.
Great. I'll send you the information as soon as we hang up. Thank you, Lily. Talk to you later.
You're welcome. Talk to you later.
I sent her a text asking for confirmation that Ken Stein owned the house at 316 Whitaker Road. I also asked her to find information about Stein's ownership of Charlie's and his sale to Johnny Reyes, whether there was a connection between Jimmy Reynolds and Ron Colombo, and whether the two had connection to Ken Stein. I gave her the name of Colombo's restaurant in Chicago and suggested that it might be a starting place for Colombo and Reynolds. We'll see who finds information faster, the Allen Police Department or a 16-year-old girl. My money's on Lily.
I agree.
Kathy Bluetoothed a couple of the better pictures of the men whom we had spotted in the car from her camera to my phone. I texted them to Hal, who texted back to confirm he had received them and that he would run their faces through a facial recognition program. Kathy made us some more sandwiches and some lemonade, and then we returned to the convenience store parking lot. An hour into the stakeout, Lily called.
Hi, Ace. I did find out that Ken Stein purchased a house about 2 years ago, according to the county records. I also found out that Jimmy Reynolds owned Osteria Francescana with Ron Colombo until a little over 2 years ago, when he sold his part of the restaurant to Ron Colombo.
Wow, you're good. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate your help, and I'm impressed. Young lady, I think the Allen Police Department needs to hire you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Are you home by yourself?
No, Mom's here. She was with Ted earlier, but he left a few minutes ago.
Lily texted to say she was happy Ted didn't come inside the house when he dropped off her mother.
Did you see my text?
Yes. I'm glad he didn't come in as well. And I'm also glad you aren't home alone.
Me too. Mom and I are watching the Twilight movies.
Okay, have fun. Tell your mom I said hi. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
I was ready to call Hal to let him know my team was winning again when I spotted a red Mustang heading down the road toward us. It was slowing to turn into Stein's driveway. The car's windows were too dark to see inside, even with the camera's long lens. I rated the camera to get a picture of the license plate, but I was pretty sure I knew who owned the car. I recognized it and was pretty sure it belonged to Ted Lancer, Rose's boyfriend. I watched as it stopped at the electronic gate to enter the code. Do you recognize that car?
It looks familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
I believe it belongs to Ted Lancer.
Rose's boyfriend?
Yes. I'm surprised he doesn't have personalized plates. That would have made it easier to identify. I'll text Hal the plate number.
I hope it isn't him, for Rose's sake.
Me too. A few minutes later, I received a call from Hal. Hi, Hal. What you got?
Ace, the car is registered to your old buddy, Ted Lancer. Is he headed to the house?
Yes. We just spotted him going through the gate. Thanks, Hal. I'll talk to you later. Rose sure knows how to pick her guys, I thought to myself, then turned to Kathy. It's him.
Tune in for the next episode. Why is Ted visiting the House of Suspicion? What is his connection to Stein? Does he have a deeper connection to Reynolds? Catch all of our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast outlet. Subscribe to our Patreon, Ace Johnson, Mysteries with Heart, for extra behind-the-scenes features. You can find the book Ace of Hearts on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited.